I would like to begin by paying my respects to the indigenous people whose land we stand on today. In particular, I pay my respects to the Omaha people for whom this city is named. And unless you belong to the indigenous tribes of this land, you are an immigrant as well. Chances are, some of your ancestors were refugees too. My name is Ferial Pearson, and I'm a Muslim immigrant from Kenya. I came to this country 19 years ago on a student visa to fulfill my dream of becoming a teacher, and I have dedicated my career to educating children in Nebraska. Most of my students have been immigrants, children of immigrants, refugees, and asylees. They have been the hardest and smartest workers I have ever met. They have gone on to do great things and are creating positive change in communities around the world, including here in these United States of America. I am here to tell you today, being Muslim is not a crime. Being a refugee is not a crime. Being an immigrant is not a crime. I read to you a poem by Wasan Shir, who is a Somali-British poet, and it is called Home. Please listen to this with an open heart and an open mind, as she is not here to speak for herself. No one leaves home unless home is the mouth of a shark. You only run for the border when you see the whole city running as well. Your neighbors run faster than you. The boy you went to school with who kissed you dizzy behind the old tin factory is holding a gun bigger than his body. You only leave home when home won't let you stay. No one would leave home unless home chased you. Fire under feet, hot blood in your belly. It's not something you ever thought about doing, and so when you did, you carried the anthem under your breath, waiting until the airport toilet to tear up the passport and swallow each mouthful of paper, making it clear that you would not be going back. You have to understand. No one puts their children in a boat unless the water is safer than the land. Who would choose to spend days and nights in the stomach of a truck unless the miles traveled meant something more than the journey? No one would choose to crawl under fences to be beaten until your shadow leaves you, raped, then drowned, forced to the bottom of the boat because you are darker, be sold, starved, shot at the border, like a stick, animal, be pitied, lose your name, lose your family, make a refugee camp a home for a year or 2 or 10, stripped and searched, find prison everywhere, and if you survive, and you are greeted on the other side, trying not to cry, and you are greeted on the other side with, go home, blacks, refugees, dirty immigrants, asylum seekers, sucking our country dry of milk, dark with their hands out, smell strange, savage. Look what they've done to their own countries. What will they do to ours? The dirty looks in the streets, softer than a limb torn off. The indignity of everyday life, more tender than 14 men who look like your father between your legs. Insults easier to swallow than rubble, than your child's body in pieces. For now, forget about pride. Your survival is more important. I want to go home, but home is the mouth of a shark. Home is the barrel of a gun, and no one would leave home unless home chased you to the shore, unless home tells you to leave what you could not behind, even if it was human. No one leaves home until home is a damp voice in your ear saying, leave, run now, I don't know what I've become. Muslims, asylees, refugees, and immigrants, we are teachers, we are lawyers, we are activists, we are doctors, we are business owners, we are students, we are poets, we are musicians, we are artists, we are inventors, we are parents, we are siblings, we are friends, and we are your co-workers, and we are your neighbors. We contribute to this community